Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Hi. Welcome to Black Metal and Brews. It's a program in which I talk to my computer screen, and if I'm lucky, some of my friends show up and we hang. Oh, and look at that. I got a beer. Gonna give it just a second for everybody to show up. And make a quick tweet and a quick Instagram thing saying, hey, you know, the time is now, should you wish. Live now. Oh boy, what an exciting moment when I go on or go live on YouTube. Everybody's just so excited, chomping at the bit. Can't wait to see me. It's going to be a really exciting night here on YouTube. I'm going to type it into Twitter now too. Hey, I'm live. Woo! And, we're not going to wait because, again, people can, welcome, Kelsey. It's good to see you. Everybody can join in and watch this later, even though it's a live stream now. There's YouTube does. I'm going to bring my mail closer to me. Of course, I left it across the room instead of bringing it to my ass before I start. Okay, so. We're going to put on a tape so that I've got some, ambiance. This is, look at that. I don't know how to pronounce that because I don't speak that language. So I went open to my tab on Discogs. It is called Sattva Gudhagara. It's Black Meditation, Part 1. Oh, that's right. It says it inside. Oh, this is the third one, actually. This is Possessed by Evil Spirits. This is not one of the... It shows you what I get for looking at Discogs instead of my actual tape. So here's the insert, really neat. We're going to throw that on for some atmosphere. Because even though I have a record to open today, the turntable's got a signal issue, and it's so quiet you can't hear it if you're watching me on YouTube. And I got to fast forward this all the way to the other side because it's a one-sided tape and I'm at the end. We're very professional here at Black Metal and Brews. Gonna open my beer, pour it. Got a Dogfish Head Sea Quench, a very lovely kind of sea salt and lime beer, perfect for a hot summer day. I guess it's cooling off a bit, but it's still hot and humid in my apartment because, you get that trapped in here and it just fucking stays. Look at that. Smells lovely. It smells kind of buttery and salty with that little just hint of lime. You know. Well, glad to have a little company here while I let this all bubble down, do its thing. Come on, tape, catch up. I can put on some music and open my mail. It's like, when Pee Wee Herman or whatever the Blue's Clues guy was gets the mail, and it's really exciting. I share my mail with you here on the internet because we love to see what people get in the mail. It's so weird how that's come full circle, I know it's so commonly made point on the internet, but like when I was a kid, I was happy to get mail because the email did not exist. And then for a short while there, from the late 90s, early aughts, it was really exciting to get an email. Who's contacting me? Why? How do they have my email address? What glory could be in here? Is it my grandmother? Probably. Is it spam accounts sending me attempts to infiltrate my computer with porn and I'm too young to know? Yeah, a lot of the time. Because I'm a fucking idiot. Like literally, as a literal child, I had a porn account send me a thing, and I didn't know what it was because it was talking about lingerie, and I don't know what that is. So I opened the email and deleted it instead of clicking the link to go look at the porn because I didn't give a shit. I'm like, I don't care about this. I don't want to know you. I'm 9, maybe 10 or 11, but yeah, I had no interest or awareness. So now I have mail to open, and it's exciting again because now my email is no longer an exciting place. My actual mailman is. So here we go. My tape looks like it's ready to go. Sattva Gadagara, Demo 3, Possessed by Evil Spirits, from the Dungeon Tapes label. I want to say this came out maybe 5 years ago or so. We're going to listen to that and open up a couple spicy packages. We'll go with the easy one first. So I want to get more people in here before I open this record that I've got. Hi, Hilda Records. Hello, hello, hello. It's good to see you, Ian. I have this nice large box from a company that recently changed its name. It says shit leopard, like shit leopard on it. And I guess somebody somewhere realized that if they wanted to grow as a business, they couldn't keep calling themselves shit leopard. So this package is not from who it says, it's now from Sauce Leopard. Because apparently, a couple months ago when I did my hot sauce tasting video with my buddy David, I've now become that person who breaks up the tedium of life by ordering hot sauces on the internet. I mean, to be fair, I'm intentionally being a little hard on myself. I like flavorful foods, and it's a lot easier to live off really repetitive diet if you can add a bunch of different sauces to the same 8 foods you're eating every day. So, Sauce Leopard. Thank you, Sauce Leopard. These guys are based out of Denver, Colorado. My friend Dave, those of you on heavy metal Twitter know him as Damn It Dave, I believe. Dave posted about this and it looked good. And so I thought, well, why the hell not? Let's put more spicy things in my fridge. So here we go. Oh, I'm so excited. First up, the Emerald Slime. And this is a Serrano jalapeno hot sauce with like tomatillos and stuff. It said based on the description. It says it's refreshingly bright. I'm not too bright, but it'll work for me. And so we've been told, please, tell me about this super good hot sauce you ordered from the internet. I've been really hooked on Nuke's hot sauces, like NEWK from Portland, Oregon. I've really been into them, but I'd love more. Then we got this one. This is like my favorite kind of sauce, so I'm sure I'll love this, even if it's trash, which is probably great. But I'm saying even if it were trash, I'd love it because it's a tropical habanero hot sauce, which is my shit. It's like mango, pineapple, habanero, banana. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's called the Colfax Killer. I don't know what that means. Oh, it's gonna be so good though. Look at that. Oh, that color. That color tells me everything I need to know. That kind of yellowish, orangish. You can see like little tiny flecks of something in there. It looks great. Like truly. Then we've got this Fresno pepper hot sauce called the Crimson Drip. That sounds like something the Damned would have. I like that. It looks like just a more we're not gonna knock it by calling it standard. That's not a bad thing. But yeah, okay, yeah, they're saying that this is like for burgers and eggs and Bloody Marys. So yeah, that's a very like West Coast sort of hot sauce. I'm all the fuck about it. It's like the kind of hot sauce I grew up before I knew hot sauce came in different shapes and sizes. This is what I thought hot sauce was. I'm excited to try it. Looks like it's a milder one, but delicious. I would yellow bird serrano. That sounds good. And tropical pine fruit sauces. Make one. I'll buy it. I'll hawk your wares on the internet. For those who aren't aware, Hildesfar Records here commenting is a record label run by my friend Ian, who's got like 3,000 bands that all contain just him as a member. Tropical Pine Fruits may be one of those. They're very strange, and I love it. And we got the Sky Rider, a ghost pepper hot sauce. Yippee-I-O. Ghost Riders in the Sky. I know it's not the original version, but this makes me think of the Space Lady. I don't know if any of you know the Space Lady. She's like an outsider musician who's got a real cool thing. Like she's probably in her 70s. She used to be a busker with an accordion, and then she got a keyboard, and now is like she plays like songs that you've heard before, but in her own strange, beautiful, blissfully reverby way. I love the Space Lady. She did a great version of Ghost Riders in the Sky. Oh, and we got a question for our Hildesfar friend. Do you play the same instrument in all the bands? He plays every instrument in every band. And then finally, saving this for last because it's a heavy metal band that we know and love. This is called the Ass Gasher. It's a sriracha style sauce for the band Axe Slasher, who that band loves pizza. They love thrash. They love spicy sauce. This sounds cool as hell. We're gonna actually read the full text on this one because we're throwing love to Axe Slasher, you know. Perfect on a slice of pizza, in a Bloody Mary, or on the seared flesh of your enemies. Ass Gasher is the unholy union of Axe Slasher and Sauce Leopard, a match made in hell. Eat pizza, worship Satan, listen to Axe Slasher. Seriously, this looks good as hell, and it's for a ripping ass metal band. It's kind of hard to show you the label picture because my computer screen is reflecting back at itself, but it's like a hatchet coming out of an arm, coming out of an ass, you know. Really, really exciting stuff. So yeah, 5 delicious looking hot sauces that I just got from the Sauce Leopard in Colorado. I'll have to let you know what I think of them some other time. I don't have anything to put this on, and I don't really feel like drinking it. But that looks good. And you honestly, these are really affordable. The bundle of 5 is $40. So really, like, you know, especially considering it's a small business that you're supporting, and small business costs tend to be a little higher than, you know, buying your cheap ass Tabasco sauce or whatever. This is a great deal. A lot of sauces, you know, you'll get like a $12 bottle. This is $8 a bottle for each of these just flat. That's great. Oh, and we got our friend Jank Abrams here. Oh, well, boy, everybody's showing up. It's Friday night. We're having so much fun listening to spooky music, having spicy talk. I just opened a box of 5 hot sauces from Sauce Leopard in Denver, Colorado. If you didn't see that, well, you can watch the replay of the first 14 minutes later. And then the second piece of mail I have, which I'm really excited about, came from here in New York, from someone named Tim. It's a record. I'm not going to show you the other side of it because it's got, you know, the address where I live, and that's not very cool to put on the internet. I mean, if you want to send me things, you know, let me know. I'll give you my address. But otherwise, there's no reason for you to know it. I don't put it online. So, opening a record, and I know what this is. This is from Timothy, whose last name I can't or won't try to pronounce. It's a European name. I'm not good at this. But Timothy, or Tim in this case, is the band leader and founding member of, oh, look at that, Cup. Cup. Cup is a band that I love dearly. The band I'm in, Lacey Space Cake, we've gigged with them twice. I feel like we've done it 3 times, but like my brain is saying no, just twice. So I'm going to go with twice. But they are a wonderful band. Very reminiscent of the OCs, but with a darker pulse. There's a little bit of the Cramps in there. They've played shows as a Cramps cover band, so that's an easy comparison to throw out. But just really just kind of a great fusion of like gonzo ass garage psych stuff and spooky gothy stompy stuff, but not to the point where it's like the stuff you kind of like cringe at in the goth club, like good darkness. So this is their most recent record, Nothing Could Be Wrong, which of course is the most bullshit statement for 2020. I'm blaming you guys. I'm blaming Cup for the fucking pandemic, fires, whatever else. It's because he said nothing could be wrong in the year. It was like, you know what? Fuck you. No, but jokes aside, it's excellent record. I've made a point to only listen to the record a couple of times digitally because I really wanted to have the real guy in my hands. These are still available to order online if you want one. It's a really good album. I'm gonna open it and take the contents out for you if I can do this without damaging my brand new album here. There we go. Hey, we got Jaden. Welcome, Jaden. It's good to have you. And yeah, so because our friend Kelsey here is the drummer of Cup. We've played together twice. If there was a band locally that we would ever tour with, I mean, there's a handful that I'd love to tour with, obviously. We have more friends than just one band, but Cup would be really high on the list as far as kindred spirits who also wouldn't make me lose my mind to have to spend time with. You know how it is. There we go. There we go. So now that I've got this reflective thing off of here, you can see them a little better. Look at those beautiful faces. And by beautiful faces, I mostly mean Chad. No, but really, Tim used to be like the only member of Cup, and then was like, I want my friends to help me play some songs live. So then there's Kelsey, who is like metal Twitter's favorite living Frazetta girl. There's Freddie, who plays the bass, so of course we have to love each other because I also play the bass. I don't play it as well, but I'm allowed to play one. And then there's Chad. We love Chad. Chad's a sweetie. Chad plays the keyboards and guitar and whatever the fuck else. I think every band should have like that multi-instrumentalist, just the wizard who does like 2 different things, 3 different things, depending on what the song calls for. There's this one local band that I love that never plays live. I mean, nobody's playing live now, but like even before, like they'd play live like twice a year, but they were called War Bubble. And one of the guys was just like a multi-instrumentalist who like he'd fuck around with a laptop, but like doing stuff with it, not just click and play, and then he'd have like 3 other things he'd toy with. The drummer would play an organ while playing drums. Like everybody in that band was doing that. I'm like, yeah, you get even one person like that in your band and you're set. So this looks really cool. Look at this. You get pictures of them doing stuff, recording an album. It's really hard to show you all of this because if I can't put it lower than this because it's a laptop. Okay, this sleeve, this is actually really cool. Obviously, I didn't know what this looked like until seconds ago because I just got this. It's got the lyrics printed here in kind of script, so you can try and see that a little bit, and some kind of light accompanying illustrations. Maybe they highlight the songs. I don't know. I'll have to examine more on my own time. I'm not going to recite every word to every song to you and see how it correlates to this art, but it's really neat. It's a really cool aesthetic. It kind of reminds me of the sort of threadbare but fascinating design of the first Christian death album, the Only Theater of Pain record, for those of you who know it. And look at this. Look at this. If I haven't already convinced you that this is a record you want, look at that. That's really pretty. It looks like you had some really good ice cream that melted. Or it looks like the ocean in space, like, like galactic seas. So pretty cool stuff. The album is fantastic. The first song even has like a little Sabbath-y stomp to it. It's called Nightlight, which I can relate to. I sleep with the lights on. At least if I'm sleeping alone. Keep me safe. Let me know that nobody's sneaking up. If I'm not sleeping alone, then, whatever sneaks up will get someone else first. But yeah, beautiful record. The music on it's just as beautiful. I know I'm sitting here listening to but this is really dynamic, really good kind of garagey, post-punky psych stuff. And I'm so pissed. We were supposed to there was supposed to be an album release show for this that, again, the band I'm in was going to open. And obviously, instead, the world fucking ended. So, we didn't get to see what it would be like to have the Cup album release party. Instead, I get this record that I'm going to cherish at home and enjoy in my own time. All sarcasm about the state of the world aside, I'm really just happy to see something this beautiful, this interesting from people whose work I know and have seen directly in front of myself. That's really cool to me. And one of the things I'll tell you, if you're watching this, maybe some of you aren't musicians, but you clearly love music if you're watching my ass talk about it. If your friend is in a band and you really care about them, you will not expect that they will give you their record for free. You will buy their record at their cost, not at cost, but at the price it sells for, because your friends in that band spent more money recording it than they will ever see back for the sales. And they are still doing you a favor by giving it to you for $20 or whatever it fucking costs. Trust me, if you ask for a free record, it's a bad look. I'm the press, and that's in very big air quotes here. I am not, I'm not a powerful journalist or anything, but I write about music. Theoretically, I'm in a position to ask for things for free, or because I'm in a band, I can trade shit, and I don't think that's cool. Some people are totally cool trading stuff across, doing their thing, and I mean, obviously, case by case. If you're an artist and that feels cool to you, do it. But if you have the capacity to exchange currency for your friend's artistic efforts, it's so important to do that. It just is. I don't know how to explain it beyond that. Just it helps them to do it again in the future. Again, even if we don't break even as artists, if you've got dead stock on hand that you spent a lot of money to make, that's even worse. That's all I can say. So this Cup record, still for sale. I think it's cupbandny.bandcamp.com. The album is called Nothing Could Be Wrong, and it's a fucking ripper. So do that. Or if you're not a record person, get the digital. It's still the same songs, right? Well, this feels like being under the sea, this music I got on. It's like you're down there and the whales are going overhead. Maybe that's like a cruise ship above you. You're just like, help, I'm under the sea. I can't do anything. You wouldn't even be able to say that because you're a human with lungs. That would actually really suck. I don't like this idea. We're gonna banish that thought and move on to the next one. This is kind of cool, spooky music. Again, if you're just tuning in or just tuned in, this is an indecipherable thing. It's called Sattva Gudagara from Dungeon Tapes, a fantastic label specializing in really strange artistic black metal. really strange dark ambient. They've got, I mean, the artists, they work with artists like Carved Cross, Trollman, Avil, Topberg, just Zygmuth, Kaupt, Nefaria. They put out a split between those two. It's like lots of very interesting kind of outsider art, black metal and noise stuff, and drone, which is kind of where I live musically. I like outsider music. I like outsider art. I think that's kind of a unifying theme in a lot of the things I'm personally drawn to. It doesn't have to be evil or tough in metal. I like it to sound like it's for people that don't fit elsewhere, whatever it is. I think the quintessential outsider artists from the popular spectrum would be like Daniel Johnston or Wesley Willith. People who are charmingly out of the ordinary. But, it also works for people who are completely disconnected from any sort of social structure and would not fit in anywhere. Both of them are valid and good. So, yeah, I like my outsider music. And now I'm done opening my mail. We're just going to sit here with me and my beer and some tapes. It's Friday night. If you've got something to say, let's have a conversation. I feel like last time somebody was talking to me about NSBM bands they liked. No, that's right, not NSBM. Because that would have been met with even less tolerance. But somebody was talking about Mayhem, and I went on my rant about being a racist. So speak your mind. I'm just here to facilitate. That was a soothing moment. I wonder what I should do with my cup stickers. I don't even know if this one's a sticker. I mean, I think it is, but it's little. I don't feel like I could even peel it off. I can't even balance it on the bridge of my nose. What good is it if I can't balance it on my nose? I don't need this. I don't need this at all. Put my cup stickers on a cup for ultimate recursion. That would be good, but like eventually when I have to wash the cup, I worry that will end swiftly, Because that would obviously be the natural course of action is to mark a cup as it is. That'd be like, if you have like a label maker and you're labeling everything as it is. When I was a kid, one of my cousins did that. He, got one of those little label makers, and he was like, mirror in his bedroom, desk, stapler. It was, I guess when you're a kid and you're bored, you do what you can to entertain yourself. Goodness. To be fair, I think boredom is probably healthier than we treat it as being at this point. I think a lot of great art comes from boredom, a lot of great thought comes from boredom, and a lot of acceptance of yourself comes from boredom. And for the last, especially 15 years since the advent of social media really becoming a thing after MySpace took off, I do think that we spend a lot less time being bored. Kelsey, I'm glad you love this creepy ass tape. I do too. Like, this is kind of my shit. Like, it's great for just having something. It's Halloween music, Like, when you're done with your ahs and like thunder claps and witch laughs, sometimes you just need like fucking weirdo drone. But yeah, I think boredom's healthy, and I'm saying that as somebody who rarely allows myself to be bored. I'm not good at it. I'm really not good at it. I'm a nervous wreck. I'm a depressed person, and so with all that, like when I get bored, sometimes I get dark, and so I don't let myself get bored really. Instead, I just like refresh fucking stupid websites that I shouldn't be on. Twitter or Facebook. It's not like we're talking like I'm on weird websites, but I waste so much time refreshing shit I don't even care about. I have no interest in 90% of what's going on social media, maybe more than 90%. God, I'm so afraid of boredom. That's like one of my personal life goals for the next year or so is like get okay with being bored. Like think about being bored gave us the first track on the first Deftones album, which is a cool fucking song. I don't know if anybody watching this actually likes Deftones or it's just me because I'm the exact age of millennial who's like the perfect Deftones fan. But like when I was a teenager, that song "Bored" came on. Again, it's your opening track on your first album, and it's so good. And it's about being bored. It's called "Bored," and it rips. Like, yeah, we've been blessed by boredom, and I think people my age and younger, especially younger. No offense if you're younger than me. We're not as accustomed to sitting with our boredom, sitting with our thoughts, sitting with ourselves. It's not good. But I mean, it also is what it is. I know some people thrive on activity. And so if you thrive on activity, then you're thriving. I can't really knock that. I don't think I thrive on anything. I'm kind of like the king of nothing. If I can just waste time and be comfortable, unfortunately, that's what I do. As I sit on the internet listening to a tape that sounds like the fucking void drinking a beer. Like I'm proving my point as I go. I'm really committed to just chilling, but not in the stoner way. I mean, nothing against the consumption and enjoyment of marijuana or cannabis or whatever we like to call it. But more of just like I'm not even chill. I'm not even like a low key mellow person. I'm like a high stress relaxer. I'll do nothing and be freaked the fuck out about it. I'll be like, oh, I'm just sitting doing nothing because my mind is overflowing with information that I cannot handle. May as well refresh Twitter while I'm here. You know, like, oh, what's on Instagram? I wonder what that dog I follow is doing. Maybe that chimpanzee I follow too. I mean, obviously I'm kind of roasting myself, but yeah. Boredom. I don't even know how I got on the topic of boredom. But I'm glad I did. I'm like having my own little therapy session, my come to Jesus moments with myself, and you all get to watch it as I try and sort out my head. Hi, Jaden. I'm glad that somebody I love and respect can relate, because I mean, I to be fair, I think that's a lot of us, and I think that's, I'm sure it. I feel like anytime something feels very millennial, I know it's also very Gen X too, because I feel like Gen X has a lot of shit in common with us. So yeah, high stress relaxation. Like I feel like Gen X and millennials, at least those of us in the older end of millennial. I don't know about the younger ones because I feel like people even 3 or 4 years younger than me make less sense to me than people 10 years older than me. I don't know why. It just is. But yeah, like I think it's just like I take in so much, I just get overwhelmed and I fucking shut down. So I do nothing. And I'm not having a good time doing nothing. It's not like, you know how people are like, oh, I'm gonna have a spa day. I mean, spa day is cool. Have a fucking spa day. Enjoy your spa day. You deserve it. Like I'm not making fun of it, but they're like, I could go to a spa day and spend the whole time being upset with myself because I'm not producing anything of value on that given day. And yeah, yes, Deftones, we are definitely the same age. I think you're about a year older than me, almost a year older than me, not quite a year older than me, Kelsey. So yeah, I mean, you're born in '86, born in '87, whatever. You know. But yeah, it's just the thing. It's like, yeah, I think if you, at least for me, I mean, obviously it was the third Deftones album, but like, if you were the right age when Change in the House of Flies first dropped into like this gift from nowhere, in the age of Papa Roach and Linkin Park and Korn and Limp Bizkit, there was a song that still fit in with that angsty, shaking my fist at the sky music, and yet it was also seductive and beautiful and strange, and it had that weird kind of like the sample or whatever the DJ guy was doing. I don't know if he was playing a synth or DJing, because I know he had both. It was like, you've got that thing, like it felt like, again, if you hadn't been exposed to a lot of other kinds of music that were more sultry or subtle in the rock music spectrum, it was that was a monumental song for anybody, just especially like I was 13 when I heard that. Like, holy shit, man, that was a big deal. That was a really big deal. Yeah, Deftones White Pony. That was crazy. Crazy times, man. But really, like, I think for every generation there's some sort of landmark thing. I know for a lot of people younger than me, and I don't know the band's music, I'm not opposed to them, I just don't know them. My Chemical Romance, I know, is a big deal for some people, or what was it, Paramore is big for a lot of other young people. I don't know if those bands had like that one song the way Deftones did, where everything just shifted in your little musical universe, but maybe they probably did. I don't know how that goes. I mean, there are a lot of bands that gave me like those musical shifts. I remember the first time I heard Cradle of Filth, which, say what you will about it, but, if you're 15 years old and you've been listening to nu metal and hardcore, and then suddenly you have that shrill, demonic coming at you and weird-ass keyboards and stuff, like, it was a real... I was very entranced by that. I was also very unsure what to make of it. I didn't even know if I liked it, but I was interested enough to dig more. I think it's really cool when you hear new music of any sort, and it just totally... You don't even know if you like it, but you can't. But you have to pick apart what it is inspiring in you. You hear it and you think, gosh, this is so new to me, and I don't know how it makes me feel, but it makes me feel a lot. Like, that's a really cool experience. I love that. Don't know. I have no idea how long this song is. I haven't put this tape on in a while, probably a couple years. Don't knock me, I have too many tapes. And yes, this is a perfect segue for me to say it. I am selling a lot of my tapes and records soon. If you're interested in acquiring a cassette tape or a vinyl record, or a CD, or a shirt with a band on it, mostly size medium, get in touch. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. I don't have to get rid of any of it. I just, after 8 years of running this website, I've realized a lot of my sense of self has unintentionally become wrapped up in shit I own instead of shit I do, shit I believe, shit I feel. And so, as I spend my mid-30s making peace with who the fuck I am, I'm gonna downsize my music collection to things that I actually really, really want to play more than once every so often. So yeah, if you want some weird dark music or random ass power violence 7 inches or whatever the fuck I've ended up with, because I just accumulate junk. I mean, it's not junk, it's art, and to be fair, nothing that I have is something I'd say I dislike. It's just, when you have over 1,000 cassette tapes and 500 or more records and hundreds of CDs, you don't have time to engage with that stuff, especially not if you're also keeping up with new art and new music and discovering new things. I've spent a lot of the last few years really expanding my taste beyond heavy metal entirely. And that's been really, really beautiful for me to discover all this other music. My love for heavy metal is not diminished in any way. In fact, it's strengthened by it. But like I'm suddenly finding that I like shoegaze music. I mean, I always liked Slowdive, but I didn't really listen to any of the others. And Lush, I always liked those too. But I had never even tried to listen to My Bloody Valentine before a couple of years ago. Don't know why, I just hadn't. Or Ride. I love Ride. How did I not hear Ride when I was younger? What the fuck, man? Or I've been listening to Britpop. Britpop, I again never would have expected that, but here I am listening to Suede all day, every fucking day. So of course, as I broaden my horizons, I do have a little less time to listen to 12 new cassettes from some Instagram-friendly boutique black metal label. Now, I'm sure that probably some or all of those 12 tapes, for whatever reason, they're probably really good. But I have hundreds of lo-fi black metal tapes. They're all really fucking good. And sometimes it comes to a point where no matter how good something is, it's more of the same. Doesn't make it bad. Doesn't make it bad at all. Also, it's just I have more than one mood. I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel the same way day in and day out. So I'm trying to build a life where the artistic experiences I can have at any given moment can reflect the diversity of feelings and atmospheres that I might be drawn to. So yeah, that's why probably not even half, but some of the spooky stuff and also I have a shitload of techno tapes. I don't listen to them. I like techno, but I never put on a techno tape. Why would I put on a techno tape? I feel like quietly listening to techno in the relaxing comfort of your own home is such a counterintuitive thing. I feel like techno is really meant to be a big live experience for motion. That's not the experience I have when I'm sitting here in this room. Can you imagine? Look at all this shit behind me. If I was swinging my arms around, breaking stuff that isn't even mine, oh my gosh, can you imagine the trouble I'd be in? I mean, to be fair, I'd probably be forgiven, but let's not find out, huh? Not cool. My phone just lit up. Who wants something from me? Nobody needs anything important from me. Yeah. Big shot. Shoegaze and lo-fi. Yeah. I enjoy that stuff. I mean, to be fair, I think there were always things I enjoyed that were going to lead me in that direction. If you like Disintegration by The Cure, that's kind of got that blending of sound. Being a child of the 1990s, not this mythical 90s kid who was born in 1993, but somebody who was experiencing the world in the 1990s, the Smashing Pumpkins were a huge band for me, and even though they were not a shoegaze band, I think a lot of Billy Corgan and James Iha's guitar work was inspired by the shoegaze band. I know Billy Corgan sucks ass as a human being now, and I mean, to hell with the guy, but I'm not going to pretend that music wasn't very pivotal for me as a young person who likes guitar music. The band is great. I notice I'm getting lower and lower as this goes on. Because if I sit up properly, I'm cutting my head off and I was like, hello. I could secretly be one of the cone heads and you wouldn't even know because I'm just up here. Hey guys, how's it going? So I get a little smaller to fit there. You know what? Let's just do one of those. There we go. This way I can sit in a way that's not damaging to my posture. also have the entirety of my mug on display for all of you lovely people. Not that I should be the focal point, but like really, there is a lot of stuff behind me, and you know, I'm assuming that if I wasn't here, you may not be watching. Like, imagine if the whole video was just this. It might actually be more relaxing. I'm a little bit of a neurotic energy, and I realize there's like a bit of a mess behind me. It's not actually a mess. It's a mask stockpile for leaving the apartment in the age of COVID. For when the cloth masks that you saw me modeling in the last episode, uh, obviously those need to get washed. Sometimes they're all dirty, so you got the disposable kind. In this household, we're responsible. You should be too. If you've got just one cute ass cloth mask, you're not doing yourself a favor unless you're washing that, like, nice and good every day, drying it, and all that. I don't think you are. No offense. Maybe you are. I wouldn't be so diligent. I personally have 3 cloth masks, and then this helps. It helps. Nice to have them. Good to do. I'm slow sipping this beer because it's a tiny can, and I don't have anything else I can drink tonight, so I'm trying to make this last because I want to hang with you guys for a while. But I also feel like it's Friday night. If you've all got other shit to do, by all means, don't let me keep you. I thought this tape was like 15, 20 minutes long. I didn't realize that we're here 45 minutes later. I think it's probably the only tape we're listening to tonight at this point. I don't mind it, mind you, but I had another tape from the same label, a black metal split tape, but this one I know is like 20 odd minutes on each side because it's a split between 2 bands. There's no fucking way we're doing another 40 minutes of this. Like, the conversation tonight is not as robust amongst you, which that's fine. You don't owe me anything. Last time, the people watching kind of took it and ran with it in a way that I didn't even have to do as much, which is great for me. But I'm not a great entertainer all the time, so maybe we'll just let this tape run out. I don't even know how much is left on it. Probably another 15 minutes. So yeah, we'll like hit the hour mark, see where we're doing, see how we're going. See how it feels. How does it feel to watch me on YouTube? Yeah. I don't know. Again, sitting with boredom, sitting with the drone, sitting with uncertainty. Friday night thoughts. It's weird because there's like still a pandemic on, but also we've reached a point where people are starting to leave their house a little bit. I don't know how advisable it is, but if you meet your friends outdoors on the patio of a bar and you've not been fools during the week, that's probably fine, right? I don't know. So I know, not everybody is trapped inside anymore, which I'm glad for. I thought I had like another 15 minutes, but I guess that tape's ended. Well done. Yeah, it's interesting, I know that when I started doing these videos, like this live stream batch, maybe 5 months ago, 4 months ago. I don't remember when I started. April. Was it in March? Was I that on top of it? I don't know. Everybody was stuck inside. Uh, Now I realize you may not be in my boat on a Friday night. You may be getting ready to go out. Um, and to be fair, I've done a little bit of wandering, but in a very safe, cautious fashion. Jaden, you're gonna swing a short, responsible visit for a friend. That I think that's gonna be wonderful for you. I think it's really healthy. I have I've been going through a really sad time. I mean, all year, but the last couple months especially. I think since my grandmother died in June, it's been a dark, sad time for me, and it's just kind of stayed that way. Um, I've started seeing one of my friends uh, from a distance in a park in my neighborhood, uh, and we sit, with a good gap between us on a bench, and we both wear masks the whole time, and we just kind of talk. It's just nice to talk to a human being that isn't somebody who you live with, and I live with a wonderful person I like seeing. Uh, but it's nice to see other humans and just to have a connection, have a conversation, talk with somebody about your hopes, your fears. Uh, the way this is affecting everybody is so immense that I think a lot of us are going to be dealing with the psychic fallout from it for possibly the rest of our lives. It's hard to say. It really is. I have no idea. So it's been great to meet up with a friend. I mean, we've done it twice, but to sit and just say, "Hey, it's good to see you. How have you been?" That's really, really vital. And then I had one other friend surprise me. I didn't expect to see them, and we walked their dog. Again, standing a number of feet apart and just doing that, but it was so nice. It felt so good, especially to see a dog. I don't have pets, so maybe you do. Any of you, and I think pets really help during this. But oh my gosh, getting to see a dog who had no interest in seeing me, but it doesn't matter. Jack was such a good boy. He just wanted to pee on things, and it was so nice. Um, I'm not suddenly going out going to be the life of the party. Some people are, and to be fair, most of the people I know who've been doing that have been fine. And they've hung out with the same set of people every time they're doing it, what have you. Cool. Cool. Like truly, not sarcastically. That's really cool. I think it's so important for us to connect. It's been great seeing people starting to connect again. But if you're like me and you're also being very, very cautious, I think that things like this are good for us. They're good for me at least. To just sit and talk with people about nothing. Like, I mean, what did I do tonight? I've drank a beer, I've opened a couple of pieces of fucking mail and played a really weird tape. I've talked about boredom and the Deftones, and like it's been kind of a lot of nothing, but I'm sharing that nothing. And I think that so many of us are spending time doing nothing with nobody, and that's a really, really lonely place to be. So thanks for doing nothing with me for a little while. Like it actually means a lot. Um, you know, Considering that the tape has ended and I'm pretty tired. I've been really exhausted lately. I'm not sleeping as well as I'd like. Uh, I'm probably gonna wind this down and just let us all figure out our nights from here. If you want to keep talking to me, any of you watching, you're welcome to. I'm accessible. It's not, but you don't have to have your browser connected to YouTube with me talking. You can send me a message and do 5 other things at the same time or whatever. Excuse me. Also, this beer is making me burp. It's not even that effervescent. Like it's not that bubbly, but like it's getting me the burps. But, I'm going to try and do this again soon. I feel like it's easier for me to ease into it when I have mail to open. Like, that was kind of an unexpected thing that I'd open mail on the stream last time, but it worked really nicely. It allows me to spend the first 20 or so minutes just getting a feel for the night's energy. So I'll definitely, when I have more mail to open, I'll do another one of these. Oh, Chris, you just showed up. Oh, I love you. I'm winding it down, Chris, because the tape ended, and I've been at it for almost an hour. But send me a text. Let's talk soon. There's a lot of people in here that I really like talking to, and I'm so glad you were all here tonight. So yeah, we're gonna do this again soon. No, don't apologize for showing up late. I announced this very last minute. I was just kind of like, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Um, but it's been good to have you all here. There's a lot of changes going on in my life that are impacting my ability to do this as often as I'd like. Uh, and when I can do more, I'll do more. When I get more mail, we're definitely doing another. But like, I can't really be spending money on beer right now. And even if you see that and think, oh, I should give Ben $5 or buy beer, don't, because it's not like I'm struggling, but like all the money I have right now is going towards future medical expenses and current medical expenses, among other things. So buying a 6-pack or whatever just feels really fucking wasteful to me right now, to be honest. Uh, so I'm trying to slow these down just a little bit without giving up on them. So we're gonna do this again soon. If you want to, like and subscribe to this, you can. If not, I don't care. I'm never gonna be a YouTube personality monetizing this shit. Same with all my other social media. If you want to be part of that, do it. Let's talk. But if not, it doesn't change anything in my life. I'm just glad to have you here if you want to be here. I'm Ben. This has been Black Metal and Brews. It's been a lovely evening, and I really look forward to seeing you all soon. I hope that you take good care of yourselves, take good care of each other. Cheers. See you soon.